In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the backstrap for your DY9. The tools you'll need to do this are an armorer's block, and if you don't have an armorer's block, you could use a roll of tape, an armorer's hammer, one that has the brass side and nylon side, a 3mm punch, and a screwdriver that has a T8 Torx bit. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that we're safe. And how we do that is by hitting this button right here. This is your magazine release button. Set our magazine aside. We're still not safe. We have to check inside the chamber to make sure that there's no ammo in there. How we do that is by flipping the DY9 over, pushing forward with this hand, while with this hand, grabbing the slide from here or here and pulling it this way. And as you can see, there's no ammo inside the chamber. So we are now safe. Most of you probably have a roll of tape in your home, so I'll be using this instead of the armorer's block. The next thing we need to do is we need to remove this screw from your magwell. So you're going to take your screwdriver with your T8 Torx bit, place that in there. Keep in mind you don't need an electric screwdriver. I'm using an electric screwdriver just to make this go faster. Now that we have the screw out, all we have to do is we have to pull the magwell off this way. I grab the magwell from here, not from this side, but from the rear, and I pull it off, just like that. Set our magwell aside. Now we need to punch this pin out from the backstrap. How I do that is I place the DY9 on the roll of tape, but I make sure that the pin is not on top of the roll of tape. You don't want it to look like this. You want it to look like this. Take your 3mm punch and you're going to place that over the pin like this. And you want to make sure that it's on top of the pin completely, where you're not a little off. You want to make sure you're completely on the pin like that. You also want to make sure that your punch is not on an angle. You want it to be as straight as possible like this. So once you have your punch on top of the pin, you're going to use these 3 fingers to brace your DY9. Now you're going to take your armorer's hammer with the brass face and you're going to tap out that pin. How I like to do it is I like to have 2 taps that are light and then 1 heavy tap. It'll look something like this. Your pin comes out, set that aside. Now you remove the punch like that. I turn the DY9 upside down and I put my thumbs on the top of the backstrap and I push up like that. It comes right off. Set this aside. The one thing I like to mention is if you have one of these magazines that has a low profile floor plate, Derya also sells these backstraps that do not utilize the magwell. And so basically when you add this to your DY9, you could use the low profile floor plates for your magazine, and then it gives you more of a flush look. So now let's reinstall the new backstrap. So how I do that is I take this tab on the backstrap and I insert that to this opening right here. And it looks like this, just like that. And then once that's in, then I push the bottom this way, like that. Now once that's in, I also push upward just to make sure it's seated all the way up. You'll know that you have the backstrap on correctly by looking through and you see a full circle. Next, you're going to take your pin and you're going to place it into the hole like this. You're going to try to push it in as far as you can with your fingers, just so this way it's seated. Now, place your DY9 back onto the roll of tape. Take your armorer's hammer, but you're going to use the nylon side, and you're just going to tap in that pin. We're using the nylon side, so this way, if you accidentally did hit your frame, it's not going to mar it up as much. Now that we have the pin pretty much all the way in, now we take our punch and we place it over the pin like this. You want to make sure that the punch is not on an angle like this. You want to be straight with the pin. You also want to make sure that your punch is not barely on the pin like that. You want to make sure that it's completely on the pin like this. You also want to take these 3 fingers and make sure that you're bracing your DY9 like that while you're holding the punch over the pin. And now you're going to do the same thing that you did before. You're going to do 2 light taps and 1 hard tap. There you go. So now you can see the pin is pretty much flush on both sides. Now we have to reinstall the magwell. And how I do that is by taking this part right here and placing it on the front part of the grip like this. Now I take my screw, put it into this hole right here, turn it a few times to get it started. Take my screwdriver with the T8 Torx bit and screw it back in. And that's it. You have successfully swapped your backstrap for your DY9. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you're in the market for CCW insurance, check out Right to Bear. Link is in the description below. Use coupon code UBR10 to get 10% off your entire order. If you haven't already, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.